All right, hello everyone, welcome to the live. So today it's very cloudy outside, like we've been having on and off thunderstorms here. So I'm using a filter to kind of just fix the lighting. I hope it helps a little bit, otherwise it would be super dark if I didn't have the filter on right now because I have like weird warm lights behind me. So that's why like I look a little different because I have a filter on just because it's like super dark outside. So today I wanted to talk about some mindset stuff when it comes to business, and I think a lot of people don't really like talking about this topic because they don't fully understand its importance when it comes to running an online business. And at some point when you're doing and running an online business, you hit a brick wall. And it's like this brick wall that you really can't climb over. And it's the worst feeling in the world. And you know that you're meant for so much more. You know you're meant to scale, but for some reason you just can't. And I know about this because I've been there as well, where you're at this point and you're just like, I feel like I'm doing everything right. I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but I just can't seem to hit that next milestone. I can't seem to get that next client, and I don't know what I'm doing. So over the past few years of doing this, I've learned that it's not your skill set holding you back, or the lack of clients, the lack of sales, or even the price of your offers. It ultimately comes down to mindset. And yes, all of those other things definitely do come into play. Don't get me wrong, like all the small things do affect the overall business. But it always boils down to what's going on up here. It always boils down to your mindset. And if you can remember these 10 things that I'm about to tell you, come back to this video whenever you need to. It will definitely help you overcome some of those hurdles because you have the skill set. You are an expert in whatever you're talking about. You are an expert in your field. You know your stuff. But sometimes it's just that little voice inside of your head is telling you you can't do something, or you're lacking in something, when in reality, like you can do it. And I want you to know that. So if you're struggling to scale, I put together 10 mindset tips to help kind of pull you out of the mud and get your brain back on track. So the first one is believe in yourself. It's as simple as that. Simply believe in yourself, you guys. You have the skills. You have the knowledge. You know way more than you think you do. I'm telling you this right now. You know way more than you think you do. You are an expert. People will come to you for advice because you know what you're talking about. And everyone can tell you this. I can tell you this, your friends and family can tell you this, other people, your mentor can tell you this, but you need to believe it for yourself. You need to sit down and have a reality check with yourself and understand that you are good at what you do. You have the capabilities to do this. You just need to believe it. And I know sometimes that can be the hardest feeling in the world, to believe in yourself when you keep hitting rock bottom, but you gotta pull yourself out. You gotta say, I can do this. I am meant for so much more. I know I am capable. I know what I'm talking about. And you just gotta put that belief back into you, because no matter how many times I get on here and tell you can do it, or like I said, your friends and family or your mentor tell you, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter until you say, I believe I can do this. So just remember that. Number 2 is to focus on the bigger picture. And this is something that I definitely struggle a lot with, and I know a lot of my clients struggle with this. So if you're also struggling with focusing on the bigger picture, let me know in the comments, because this is not an uncommon issue. You need to stop looking at the same small details. Stop coming up with a strategy for every tiny little thing. Stop overthinking, overplanning, and just do. Just do. A perfect example of this is last I think June or July, I was looking into all these different ways to grow on social media. You know, I was like, my platforms are kind of hitting a little bit of a standstill. I really want to, you know, take this to the next level. I'm going to come up with a giant social media strategy for myself. And I took like 2 weeks to figure out the strategy. And I wrote it all down. I had all these different like boxes leading to each other, like flow charts and stuff. I had this like 5-page document on Google Docs, and it was awesome. It looked really pretty. Like, I'd definitely present that to someone and I'd be like, I know my stuff here. I know what I'm doing. But it was too much. It was overkill. It was overkill. I was focusing way too much on the nitty-gritty details, and I spent all of those 2 weeks planning, when in reality I could have spent those 2 weeks just like hopping on Instagram Live or putting out a stupid TikTok video, or, you know, anytime I had a thought come into my head and I'm like, oh, this is really interesting, I should share this with the world, it's super inspirational and motivational, I should just put it on Twitter. I didn't do that. I just planned the entire time. I didn't actually take action on anything. I was focusing on all the small little details, and it didn't work. Like, yeah, the strategy would have been great, but it was also a strategy that I myself couldn't implement because I couldn't do all that work myself. I couldn't push out 3 YouTube videos per week. Like, what the hell was I thinking? So stop over planning stuff and just do it. Just do it. My next tip is to get a mentor. And I've learned so much from my mentor and the mentorship program that I'm in. Cough, cough, Rachel Peterson and the Social Click. Love Rachel. Like, shout out to her. She'll never probably hop on one of my Instagram lives, but she has been an absolute game changer with me in this whole process, because business, it gets lonely. It gets so lonely, you guys. And I know how it feels, where it's like your friends don't get it, your family will never get it, your partner probably will never get it unless they're also in the business space. So you need a supportive team of people that will have your back when, you know, shit really hits the fan and you're stuck like second guessing everything. You're stuck in this like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? I don't really know where to go from here. Like, and ultimately it always comes down to like stupid small little tweaks that you can make, but you need somebody on the inside telling you like, hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z in order to get to point A. Like, stupid little stuff like that, like, you know it, but you need someone to tell you. You need someone who's been there to tell you that you need to take these steps. And that's what having a mentor has really helped me with. And yes, it can be a big upfront investment. Don't get me wrong. Like, some mentorship programs go for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, like maybe even millions of dollars. But they are definitely worth the investment. It's something that is really scary taking that first step with, but it is incredible once you're on the inside, because you get in there for all of the knowledge and, you know, all the strategies, the tactics, all that stuff, and then you end up staying for the community, which is really, really cool. Like, in the mentorship program that I'm in, the Social Click with Rachel, like, the people in there have made me stay in the program. Like, the knowledge, like, don't get me wrong, it's great knowledge, and I've learned so much being in the program itself and from like the trainings and stuff, but the biggest thing that's kept me in there that I'm like, I need this, is the network of people. Because, like I said, business gets lonely. Not a lot of people understand what you're doing, but when you're inside that inner circle, inside the group, it's really nice to connect with people who have been there and done that. So that's a huge mindset shift that definitely helped. Number 4 is to take a break. Yes, you are allowed to take breaks, you guys. You need to recharge. You need to turn your focus to something else for a little bit to create space between you and your business. I think as entrepreneurs, a lot of us get stuck in this state where it's like your business and your personal life start to overlap. And that's going to inevitably happen. It's going to happen regardless. But you need to put space between the two of them, because you don't want certain things feeding into each other. You want to keep some things private. You want to, you know what I mean? And it's important to take a break from running the business, because you start to associate your business success with personal success, and vice versa. And you don't want to do that. It's a very dangerous rabbit hole to go down. And it's really, really bad mentally for you. I've been there, and it takes a long time to dig yourself out of that hole where it's like everything, your entire self-worth is based off of the performance of your business. So go take a break if, you had a really bad like client call, or, you're not making the money that you want to be making, or I don't know, whatever might have happened that day. Take a break, go recharge, go for a walk, go to the gym. Getting outside has always helped me personally. Being stuck inside my home office all day is not really that great for your mental health. So yeah, go do something fun. Go do something that, a hobby. Go painting. If you want to go painting, go painting. Go dance. Go do whatever, just do something to take a break. Whether that's for 10-15 minutes or for a few hours. You need to step out of your business every once in a while. You can't constantly have the two inextricably linked, is the word that I like to use. So yeah, take a break, you guys. You are allowed to take a break. You can rest and recharge. Number 5 is setting realistic goals. So success isn't going to come overnight, and you need to set realistic and attainable goals. And these goals need to be aligned with your long-term vision and plans. So don't set goals that are going to get you short-term success. And I mean, actually, I take back that statement. You do want goals that will give you short-term success. Ultimately, though, you want to be setting goals that are going to lead you to a bigger and better vision and purpose. So, don't set the goal of, I want to make 10K months. And I know for anyone who hasn't hit that point yet, it's like, oh, that seems amazing. I'd love to hit 10K months. But by saying that you want to hit 10K months, you are limiting yourself to all the different possibilities in how much you can scale. Because you get stuck in this mindset of constantly trying to reach 10K months, and then you can't scale beyond the 10K. It's like, okay, cool, I achieved the 10K months, but like, where do I go now? Like, what is my purpose now? Like, what should I achieve now? And ultimately, that type of goal isn't really a long-term vision or value. Like, what sort of impact do you want to make on the world? And this goes back to something that I talk about in my 3-day boot camp that I'm creating. And it's this whole topic of vision and purpose and authenticity, like figuring out what your why is in your business. You want to be setting goals that will help you achieve your why. And whether that's like, your reason for getting started is spending more time with your kids. So you want to create this business to spend more time with your kids. You want to enjoy their youth. You don't want to be working, while you could be spending more time with them. If that's like your vision and your purpose for starting your business, you want to set goals that are going to help you attain that vision and that purpose. You don't want to be just attaining or setting monetary goals. Like, yes, that's great when you're doing like product launches, or when you're trying to hit I just hit something on my computer. Or like when you're trying to, actually like reach those financial milestones. Like, I totally get that. Like, I've set those goals as well. And like, it's super important to have those like analytics to track. But the ultimate thing you really want to be focusing on is setting goals that are going to help you achieve your vision and your purpose. So just keep that in the back of your head, you guys. Like, don't constantly associate your business with just the money. Like, what is this movement that you're trying to create? What is like your overarching purpose? Like I said, is it to spend more time with your kids? Is it, you want to travel the world? Like, just set goals that'll help you achieve those sort of things. And the reason why I say this is because in your mind, the reason why you feel like you aren't scaling your business is because you aren't thinking about the outside, like the bigger picture, like the purpose and the reason why. You're thinking about just the money side, and when you're thinking just about the money side and you're not grateful for like all the different things that you've achieved already in your business and all the things that you already have in your life, then you're not going to be able to scale. So that is like my biggest tip with that area. Number 6 is prioritizing your physical health. So I was an athlete in college. I swam D3 for my school. I swam all 4 years. I was team captain. It was great. I loved swimming. It was more of a love-hate relationship after a while because I'd done it for like 15 years, but I loved the sport. And once I graduated, I took a nice long break from fitness, and I'm talking like 6 to 9 months. Actually, yeah, it was like 6 to 9 months because I graduated in end of April, but swim season also ended, I think, in like March or February. So let's say 9 months. Okay. I took a nice 9-month long break from fitness. And I mean like everything. So like I'd go for walks over the summer and stuff like that, but I would not go to the gym. I didn't swim at all. I didn't go for any runs. I didn't do anything. And that was a massive mistake. Massive mistake. In my brain, I was like, I've been an athlete for 20 years now. I literally started swimming like around the same time I could walk. My parents like threw me in the pool then. And I was just so done with it. I was like, I'm so done with this sport. I don't need to be, working out as much anymore. And that was my biggest mistake. You need physical fitness in order for your mental health to thrive. And working out every day gave me the mental break that I needed from my work and from all of my business stuff, from talking with clients all day. And it made me feel so much better afterwards. So when I took that 9-month long break from any sort of athletics, it really hit me mentally. So set aside time every day to, do something that will help your body, whether that's going for a walk, going swimming or going to the gym, lifting some weights, playing in the backyard with the kids, something like that. Like, do something every single day to get your body moving, because when you stay stagnant like I did for 9 months, like not only are you going to gain weight and you're going to be like, oh, what the hell, like I feel so bad about myself now, I don't look the way I want to look, but your brain just also sort of shuts off. Like you get into like these really depressive states, your self-worth starts to go downhill. And there's something about working out where it's just like, for me at least, it's that one time in the day where I'm not focused on anything else except for getting through the workout and thinking about my body moving and like just feeling so much better. So get outside, you guys. If you're not going to the gym or anything like that, go for a long walk, go for a run. Just do something. If you can't go outside, if you live in like a really cold climate, I know those under the desk treadmills are super popular right now, and you can get them for like maybe $200. And I see so many people thriving with those. If you work from home and you're stuck in your office all day, get a desk treadmill. I don't personally have one. I want to get one, but I think that they're super useful. I know a lot of people that have them. All right, number 7. I'm going to keep this one nice and short and sweet. Ask for help. Ask for help, you guys. If you need help, ask for it. Don't wait, because by the time you ask, it's probably going to be too late anyways. So just ask for help. If you're struggling with something, like, you can always reach out to me. My DMs are always open. You can always reach out to me in my DMs. You can always ask me a question. And if you're struggling with other areas of business that I personally can't help you with, like, I know I'd refer you to someone. I know a lot of other people would refer you to someone. And most people who are, like, genuine people on this app or on social media, like, they will gladly answer your questions, you guys. Like, so just ask for help. This goes back to my other point about getting a mentor, but have a network of people that you can rely on, and just ask for help. Because you might be struggling with something for 2 weeks and it turns out like somebody has a quick and easy solution to the problem. So just ask for help. You know, like I said, my DMs are always open. You can always like reach out to me and ask me a question. Like, I will gladly get back to you. And just ask for help. If you're struggling with something, it could be as simple as like, you know, figuring out how to write an email sequence. You know, if you're sitting there for hours and you're like, I don't know how to do this, and you're constantly YouTubing stuff, just ask for help. A lot of people will get back to you with either a short and simple answer, or they'll ask you to hop on a call. And I'm telling you right now, it's probably worth your time to hop on a call with someone where they can answer the question for you, that way you're not stressing about it for weeks and months. So that is my next tip, is just ask for help, you guys. It's not worth stressing out over something stupid that somebody else can give you a nice, short, and sweet answer to. All right, tip number 8, embrace growth mindset thinking. You need to stop limiting yourself, okay? I've been there. Stop limiting yourself. You are so much more capable than you think of. You are so much smarter than you actually know, okay? You know your shit. I know you know your shit because I learned so much from you guys. Some of you, we have like conversations. Some of the best relationships that I have built have been through social media. And so many of you come to me and you're like, Olivia, I just don't feel like I can make a course, like let's say a course around this, or I'm so afraid to hop on a coaching call because I don't know enough about this topic. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you have so much knowledge that, like, I've learned so much from talking with you, and you don't even realize it. So stop limiting yourself. Stop thinking that, like, you're not capable. And going along with that, don't let anyone question your goals or set limitations for you. Don't let someone tell you that, like, perfect example of this. When I first started out, I had the goal of making $10,000 a month. And once I started getting close to that peak, I said, you know what? I want to make $50,000 a month. That is my new goal. Make $50,000 a month. And I told someone that. I told someone who I thought was a friend up at school. And they were like, why would you want to do that? Like, what would you do with that money? Like, what's the point? Like, you're already, like, why would you want to make $50,000 a month? Like, what would you do with that? And I'm like, why would you ask that? Like, why do you care? Like, it's not your business. It's not your life. And 2, why are you setting limitations for me? Like, I want to scale because I want to see how far I can take this. I want to see how much can I grow? Like, because when you hit those new peaks, it's so cool. It's so eye-opening. You see so many new things that you never thought you'd realize. But don't let anyone set limitations for you. Do not let somebody look at your goals and shit on your life because of it. No, you have amazing goals, okay? Stick with your values. Stick with your goals. Stick with what you want to achieve. Don't let anyone question that, you know? If your goal is to never buy a house and travel the world for the rest of your life, okay, awesome. Don't let somebody tell you that's stupid or dumb. Stop letting other people set limitations for you. Don't. All right, number 9. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. I got a little bit of a cold, so I'm sorry if I sound like super nasally today, but okay. Number 9, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition, you guys. That little voice that's going on inside your head, that gut feeling that you have, it's right. It is right. 99.99999% of the time. That little voice and that gut feeling is right. That's your intuition. Trust it. If something's telling you to leave a relationship with someone or a partnership with someone, leave. If someone is telling you, you gotta pack, or that little voice is telling you, pack up your things and go take a trip, trust it. Trust it. Because I've learned to start trusting that little voice that's inside my head, and it is proven to me that there's always something else on the other side. There's something bigger and something better on the other side. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, you know, the universe just telling me like, go with this, because there's something bigger and better for you. Or if it's just like deep down, I know that there's something either wrong or something right about following that little voice. I don't know what it is, but your intuition is always right. So trust it. Trust it. All right, and last but not least, number 10 is create a positive energy around you. So going back to the whole mentor and finding a network of people thing, you want to surround yourself with like-minded people. And this doesn't just go for like your business and stuff, but like every aspect of your life. You want to be surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Online, in person, at work, in your relationship, in your family, everywhere. You can't scale your life to the next level if the people around you aren't supporting you to help get you there. You need to be around successful people in order to be successful. You need to be around like-minded people in order to scale your business up. Now, this doesn't mean like, oh, you can't have diversity in your friend group. I don't want it to sound like that. I want it to sound like you need to be surrounded by people who are on the same wavelength, I guess is a better way to put it. You need to be surrounded by people who have that little thing in their head that's telling them that they're bigger and better. You need to be surrounded by people who aren't out partying 24/7 and actually want to do something with their life. You need to be surrounded with people who share similar values to you, because when you start surrounding yourself with the wrong crowd, and it couldn't, it might not even be like the wrong crowd, like bad people, but people who aren't helping you get to where your goals should be, then you start to take on those attributes. You start to take on whatever. You start to morph into the person that you don't want to be. And the best way to morph into the person that you want to be is to surround yourself with people who have already achieved that success. With people who understand what you're going through. With people who are part of your network, because you can't grow when you're the best of a group that has no intention of growing. You're going to stay stagnant. So, yeah, just create a positive energy around yourself. All right, well, that pretty much wraps up this live. I don't think we have any questions today. But just remember, you're so much more capable and so much more powerful than you know. And I really can't stress this enough. Scaling comes down to so much more than just setting up systems and reaching out to people and getting leads and making more sales. It's so much more than that. It is all about what's going on up here and the energy that you're surrounding yourself with. So yeah, I hope that helps. And I will be live again next, I think Tuesday. I think I'm going to try and do Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central Time is when I go live. So I will see you guys then. Bye.